Hello, and thank you for joining us on our journey of 1,000 pages. This holiday season, we have decided to do a shorter book by doing a novella. I am your host, Anty, with my co-host, Christina.
Hey there!
And this month we have read All the Small Things, right? Small things like these. Why do I keep calling it that? Whatever.
It is called Small Things Like These, and it's by Claire Keegan.
All the small things.
That would be why. This is a novella, like you said, set in Christmas 1985. It follows Bill Furlong, who owns let's just say fuel, because they sell wood and coal and all that to people. Whatever. It's a few days around Christmas. He's very busy. It's cold. He makes a discovery at the local convent that kind of shakes his world a little bit and reveals some uncomfortable truths about his community in Ireland. There's your summary.
I did not realize that's what the book was about, and I read it. Less than 2 hours ago, I finished this book, and I honestly could tell you absolutely nothing. I don't know a single name of a character. I don't know any story beats. That's not true. I'm going to rant out of them in a second. But
okay, you were already upset over the fact that this is a novella?
Yeah, because novellas suck. Prove to me there's a good novella.
The entire Murderbot series.
No, I don't believe it. That doesn't count.
They are novellas,
No. Novellas are just short stories pretending to be novels.
I'm not going to lie. The fact that this book was nominated for the Booker Prize really should have told me something. That is for literary excellence for novels published in the UK.
What literary excellence?
Well,
where?
The New York Times also put it on their list of top books of the 21st century.
The New York Times can shove it. The thing I have learned, just to talk about some things I've learned over a year of doing this podcast, if any book has an award or is nominated for something prestigious, it's probably a garbage book.
You're not wrong. I am starting to see that. It's the same way of New York Times bestseller. Anytime something says that it's a best-selling book, I approach with caution.
At this point, yeah, you can't trust it.
Not saying that I've never read a bestseller that was good, but usually the bestsellers that I have read that I consider good are nonfiction.
Sure. And to be honest, this is not my type of book. It's Christmas, it's low stakes, it's cozy, I think. Does it count?
It's not cozy.
It's not?
No.
Oh, yeah, there's the creepy old man.
You mean the protagonist?
Yes, I do mean the protagonist, who's creepy and a bad person.
He's like 45.
Yeah, he's creepy.
Why do you think he's creepy?
So, in this book, I know I said I don't remember a thing, but I do, and it's horrible. In this book, this man, whatever his face, Furlong, right? Yeah. So, at some point, he goes to this, women's home or whatever.
It's a convent.
It's a convent.
But yes, they have
And there's women there who are sad because they're at a convent because they don't have other places to go, okay? And then he goes, I know what I should do. I should take one of these young, impressionable girls home. So he comes home and he tells his wife that he should take one of these young girls home to give them a Christmas or whatever. And his wife is like, what are you talking about? We haven't had sex in 3 months and you want to bring a young girl home? And so his wife's like, no, our marriage is already falling apart. We need to protect what we have. You have your daughters you need to care for that we're already struggling financially with, and you want to bring somebody else into this, somebody you don't even know? Yes, that's charitable, but what are you doing? Right? So that argument happened. Then he leaves, and guess what he does? He says, I'm still going to take this young girl home because I'm not happy in my marriage. So he's on the walk home, the very last chapter of the book. He is walking home with this young girl who I don't think says anything. Her personality doesn't matter. It's just she is female. And the whole time he's talking about how happy he is. The thing that is directly said is that he was not even this happy when his children were born. And then the book ends with him knocking at the door of their house with this young girl in tow. And I'm so glad. I wish it hadn't have ended then, because I would have loved to see what the wife said. I want to know. They would have gotten divorced so fast.
Just a little bit of additional context to add here.
That's the only thing that happens in the book.
It really is. Basically, our protagonist is going through a midlife crisis where they're doing all of the Christmassy traditions that they have, making the fruitcake, buying presents, all of that, and he's just in the midst of this, going to work, going to mass, checking all the boxes and sitting there going, this is it. Like, this is my life. I've accomplished nothing. Like, what is the point?
Right.
All of that. Midlife crisis stuff.
Sure.
And also reflecting on his own origin because he was a bastard. They don't ever say that word, but, he was an illegitimate, born out of wedlock child.
Sure.
Whatever. So he never knew his dad, and he's kind of reflecting, again, midlife crisis. He's reflecting on his origins, and that then ties into the discovery at the convent, which is, there's like a women's home next door, and it's never explicitly spelled out in the story. It's all implied.
Yeah.
Which I guess the time period, this is at the tail end, actually, of this time period in Ireland where there were, I don't know how many places there were, but the point is thousands of women and babies died in Ireland over the course of like 40, 50 years, where there were these women's homes, usually run by the Catholic Church, where if you got pregnant out of wedlock and were bringing shame on your family, you would be sent here to have the baby and, work for your keep and all of that, and then you might get sent home later to preserve your reputation and the reputation of the community and all of that. And the discovery, this continued until the 1990s in Ireland. 1985 is when this book takes place.
Sure.
But this was obviously in the 50s, 60s, all of that, like this was happening. This is one of those cases where today, they have exhumed things and, there's all these baby bones and stuff and whatever. It wasn't a great time. There was obviously lots of abuse and stuff going on in that situation. So basically, while he does not witness any abuse per se, there's a girl that at this women's home where he's delivering coal, like he finds her locked in a shed, and then she talks about let me out because she wants to go run to the river and drown herself, and he's just like no, and takes her back inside, and they have tea. And then he comes back again later on Christmas Eve or something, and she's in the shed again. And so he decides to take her home. And then, yes, he does say the things of like where he feels very like this is a moral triumph for him. And this is the happiest he's ever been in his life. And I'm just like, wow, you really are on your way home to, like you said, they are financially unstable. The economy is taking a nosedive. They're talking about all the different shops in their town that are closing down and how things are changing and people don't have money and all the people who are paying him in random things because they don't necessarily have money, where it's like, oh, hey, I'll give you this, give you this chicken and then I'll pay you later.
Right.
So, yeah, they're not in a great financial place, and their marriage is a little, I don't know that I'd say it's falling apart, but there's distance between him and his wife. And I think part of that is because the midlife crisis thing that he's experiencing, like
naturally,
obviously we only get his perspective. So who knows how she feels? Because
why would we want to know how a woman feels in our novel?
He did talk.
I'm sorry, novella. We didn't have time to explore it.
I think that the note on her and her state was he talks at one point about how just observing that she never has a chance to stop. Like she never stops and pauses, and she's always just on to the next thing, on to the next thing, on to the next thing. And that makes me wonder, like, is she also feeling similarly?
Right.
And they just haven't talked about this? Because they have 5 girls, I think, or I think 5.
Was it 5?
I think they have 5 daughters. And now, yes, he did bring
Dang.
a additional, I think they said she was 14. So another
Sure.
teenage girl into their house.
It's weird. It's weird. It's weird.
Mm.
I the entire last chapter, I was just so uncomfortable. My alarm bells, red flags, I was like, I could not, yeah. I don't know. Did you not get that?
I did not feel red flags.
Really?
Yeah. I definitely thought you might not be thinking this decision through. Like, not saying he shouldn't have done anything.
Sure.
But he's basically, I mean, again, it's all the people in the community that are dancing around it, that they know that this is going on. But he had a couple different conversations where people basically say, don't mess with it.
Right.
Without really getting into what's happening out there. It's just kind of implied of leave it alone. It's the Catholic Church and their business.
And I understand that point because, you should be trying to fight these systematic problems that are happening and these abuses that are allowed to happen in society, but not by bringing a 14-year-old girl home.
It was a choice. I think we talked about this just a little bit ago, that I think that the author is trying to make a point about when individuals look away and won't engage with, or I'm just going to say won't engage with, travesties that are happening in their community, that's how those things continue.
Sure.
It's because everybody they see something happen and they go, I'm not dealing with that, or that's not my problem, or not today, or whatever. And that's how those things continue and perpetuate for decades. I think that was her point. I did not get that from the reading.
It read like a Hallmark movie.
A little darker.
Well, that's right. I also will say I listened to this.
Yes.
So that may have influenced it a little bit.
See, you got an Irish narrator.
His voice was so sexy.
I'm so jealous. I mean, I will give the book this. I think it's very well written. I could have told you that this was in Ireland without them saying it was in Ireland, just because the way the dialogue is written. It has a very lilting...
I will agree with that.
Irish turn of phrase.
I think a lot of the prose is well written. It's not, painful to read. Which isn't that's a horrible review to give something. And I do want to give the writer credit. I do think they are a good writer. I just think this story is bad.
I would read something else by her.
For sure, absolutely.
She has several other books that are well regarded. I would pick another one. They're all fairly short. I don't know if they're novellas, but they're all fairly short.
Sure.
I would give another one a shot.
I mean, I know fully am aware that this is not my genre. By it, on multiple counts,
I said it's a historical family drama set at Christmas.
Disgusting. Ugh, bah humbug. I am proudly a Scrooge, thank you.
I know.
Get rid of Christmas.
But your heart could grow 3 sizes this year.
I'm not a Grinch, I'm a Scrooge. Get wrecked. We're built different.
Okay. Well, that's really all I got to say about this book. Oh, I will say, the reason that I was the person who picked this, the reason I picked it is because there is a movie that came out, oh gosh, it might have been a year or 2 ago now. It's a movie of this, starring Cillian Murphy.
Sure.
Who I do appreciate his work. And I saw the trailer and thought, oh, that looks like a nice, heart-wrenching Christmas movie.
Sure.
And then I found out it was based on a book, and a novella, no less. And I said, okay, I can read a novella before I watch the movie.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the movie yet, guys.
Are you going to?
I am going to, for 2 reasons. One, it's a movie with Cillian Murphy, so I would like to watch that. 2, I keep setting a goal that every Christmas I try to watch at least one Christmas movie I haven't seen before. And I also, point 3 would be that I just want to see what they did, because for you to make a 2-hour movie out of what is 115 pages.
The audiobook was just under 2 hours.
That's not a whole lot of source material to be working with. So I want to know, because I think there's a kernel of a good story here.
Sure.
I just would have liked to see it fleshed out more, and I'm wondering, honestly, if the movie will do that.
I think that is completely valid. I think a lot of my criticisms are based off of, given the context, that we are given in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, with being very creeped out by the ending of it and that relationship there. Like, I do recognize a lot of that. Like, more context would alleviate that. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Let me understand, and there's a little bit of it where he talks about his mother could have been sent to one of these places and what would have happened to him if that,
Yeah.
etc. So I do understand that part of it, but I don't think as the readers we were given enough of that to care.
Yeah.
Sure.
This was a bit of a letdown. I was very excited for this one.
It's fine. We read a novella because it's kind of short for our end of the year episode, but that does not mean that the episode is over.
No.
So we have a little bit of a segment here. We have a list of 10 questions kind of to wrap up the year.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to go back and forth kind of playing a game and guessing each other's answers to these questions.
It's our end of the year game show.
Insert game show music. Come on down.
I gotta pull up my answers here, so I'm ready for this.
Yeah, me too. Are you actually going to put in game show music, or am I just going to be sitting here looking like an idiot?
We're gonna decide when I get to that point in the editing process. All right, you want to read the first question?
So how this is going to work, one of us is going to read the question. For instance, if I read the question, my goal is to then guess Christina's answer to the question. If I'm correct, I get a point. If not, we move on to where she guesses my answer and score similarly.
I didn't know I was keeping score. I gotta get a piece of paper here.
Yeah, and there will be a tremendous prize, which we have not decided.
I get an extra Christmas present.
What? I think the prize, if we keep doing this for the years, the prize should be we get to pick one spite book.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean.
Yes.
Like I have an excuse to make you read this book now.
Okay. We can do that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Maybe not. So I think I'm going to lose, actually. Anyways, okay. So, first question.
Mm-hmm.
Which book defied the most expectations? So, looking back, I did have to go through and remember what we read this year because I did forget about half of them.
Same. It's been a whole year.
Yes, it has. Let's see, where did I put it? My notes are not in order. I think your answer is The Handmaid's Tale.
Wrong.
Oh. See, I thought you were going to say that because I know I came into The Handmaid's Tale thinking it was just going to be super preachy, and then it turned out to be really well written.
My answer, I put down Nimona.
Really?
Because I really did not expect that book to be that good. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I thought that it was like a little kid graphic novel, not little kid, but elementary, maybe middle grade. And so I didn't think it would have that much to say.
Sure.
And I didn't think I would really enjoy the art style. And I actually really enjoyed it a lot more than I thought. So
heck yeah.
That defied the most expectations for me.
Nice.
Now I have to guess you.
Yes.
So coincidentally, I was going to say The Handmaid's Tale for you.
For that exact reason?
For that exact reason that we've talked about a lot of classics being not deserving the praise that they receive. And so I thought that you were hesitant going into that, thinking that, oh God, this is going to be another classic that's not that great. And it's going to, like you said, going to be super preachy and ugh.
Right.
And then you actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I would have read more. Absolutely. But that is not my answer. My answer to the book that defied the most expectations for me is The Odyssey. Because how do you make The Odyssey boring? One of my you made me hate one of my favorite stories of all time. I hate The Odyssey now because of how it was written by what's-her-face, that I don't even like her name. I don't even care. Don't tell me. I don't want to know.
Interesting. So, this leads us to... what book was the biggest disappointment? So for you, I put down The Odyssey.
Okay.
Because you were super excited to reread The Odyssey for the first time since high school. And then were so incredibly disappointed and frustrated that you did not even finish the book. And I think that's the only book that you didn't finish.
Yes, correct.
So that is why I put it down as the biggest disappointment.
Womp womp. My answer was actually Nosferatu.
Ooh.
I was really excited to read a horror because I haven't read a lot of horror.
Mm-hmm.
And to explore that genre a bit more. And I love vampires. I know Nosferatu. We all know the name.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the OGs. But they just completely, did not have vampires.
Mm-hmm.
So I was disappointed on that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just poorly written. And it wasn't scary in any way. I was not horrified once.
That's fair. What do you think was my biggest disappointment?
I think it was In the Woods.
That was a contender.
Dang it.
But small things like these.
Yeah,
it wins.
I was really debating switching my answer real quick, but I couldn't do that.
Yes, that's you're playing fair, but like I said, I was very excited for this when I saw the movie trailer, and this was a letdown.
Yeah, that's understandable. Absolutely understandable.
Mm-hmm.
What character did you most relate to? I'm really going to laugh if we do not get a single one of these answers right, either of us.
It's going to be hilarious.
I think you related most to Kitty from the Poppy War, who was the nerdy kid.
I can absolutely see why you would say that, but no.
Okay.
Because he was also wealthy.
That's
and
true.
had relatively few problems in life. Which, as I'm...
no,
okay.
No, he had some problems.
Towards the end.
Yeah. Yeah, he had some big problems.
The person that I put down, I don't remember his name.
Oh my god.
Hang on. I'm going to pull this out.
Really?
It is Chef Owen Wedgwood from Cinnamon and Gunpowder.
Really?
Yes, and while I am not that good at cooking, I related to him, I think, because he's still kind of awkward, academic, not very world-wise.
Yeah, sure.
Thrust out on this adventure with all these random diverse people and trying to figure out his life. That's just me every day.
That's valid. I do get that. I see that.
Guess. Do you want me to guess who?
Yes.
All right. This is, out of all of these, I am probably going to get every single one of these wrong for you, but this was the hardest one for me to pick.
Sure.
And I firmly believe you're going to be offended no matter what I say. So
absolutely I will.
I put down Ballister Blackheart from Nimona.
I'm not offended by that, but you are wrong. I did put down Nimona from Nimona, and we're going to move on from that. What's the next question?
I feel real dumb now. You literally talked about relating.
We're moving on.
Okay.
Moving on.
So, next question. Character that I most wanted to smooch.
Yes.
My guess for you. Let's pull out.
I think I have the same guess for you. I won't lie. I know.
We're going to go with Mad Hannah Mabbitt from Cinnamon and Gunpowder.
So that's what we're guessing for each other.
That's what we're guessing for each other?
Yeah, I'm guessing that for you. I assume you're guessing that for me.
Mm-hmm. Am I correct?
No, actually. That is not who I most wanted to smooch.
The fiery redhead hot pirate queen is not who you most wanted to smooch.
I know. It's shocking. Mm-hmm. Was that your answer?
No.
Okay. Who'd you put?
You go first.
I put We All Know Her, We All Love Her, Charybdis.
Wait, who?
Charybdis.
Oh, wait.
The giant sucking whirlpool in the Odyssey that they have to go around. Who wouldn't want to smooch that? That game gotta be amazing.
I'm just gonna move on and tell you my answer, which is, you remember way back at the beginning, A Court of Thorn and Roses?
No.
The hot fae king guy, his bestie.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's valid.
Hang on, whose name escapes me? One moment.
Girl, you gotta look up names.
I said that, and then we started recording. Is it?
You didn't tell me to stop.
Shh, I forgot. Lucian.
Sure.
Yes, Lucian was super hot.
I agree.
See?
I stand by my answer, though.
Oh.
All right.
I drew tally marks on a piece of paper, and we are now several questions in.
With zero tally marks.
0 on both sides.
Nice. So, the worst title. I think you put Nosferatu, because it's all caps and there's a number in it, Well, there's 2 numbers in it for no reason.
You know, that is a very excellent guess because I will not lie, every single time that I typed it into any kind of
I
search
hated
box,
it. Yes.
it was the absolute worst thing because I would type it as a normal word and then I wouldn't get the book. And so I'd have to go back and be like, okay, how the frick did he spell it?
Yes.
So that I can look it up so I can get it. But no, that's actually not what I put. I put down In the Woods because that is the most bland, generic title that tells you nothing.
The fact that we were at a friend's house last night that I'm pretty sure had a book called In the Woods for their child.
Not about murder.
No.
Just so you know. For you, I put down A Court of Thorn and Roses because it sounds like every other romantasy title out there.
That's a reasonable guess, but I am a sucker for a blank of blank and blank,
The formula.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a fantasy nerd. I love it. How many freaking Wheel of Time books? The Wheel of Time, The Eye of the World, The Knife of Dreams, The Well of Radiance.
That's fair.
All of these are books I have read. I'm here for that. Well, my answer for that was Nosferatu. Because you Nepo baby Joe Hill. I want, listen, I'm really debating over this next year. Do I want to try and be more positive, or do I want to be, some of these people be making me angry?
That's just life.
It's the devil and the angel. I don't want to discourage people from creating art, but you Nepo baby Joe Hill.
That's the next t-shirt I'm getting you.
Please.
Okay. Is this question number 6?
Yes.
All right. Question number 6. What book elicited the biggest sigh? For you, I guessed Nosferatu. For the aforementioned reasons.
You're never going to guess my answer. It is Nosferatu. Oh.
Yeah.
I hate that book so much. Because everyone praises it so much. This is not a Nosferatu episode. We talked about this.
We did talk about it.
My guess for you was Altered Carbon. Because I think the protagonist in that was just such a misogynistic piece of shit. But in that male sci-fi way, where it's just there's such a potential here to be a good book, and then you open your mouth.
I will say that one was in the running.
Okay.
But I picked A Court of Thorn and Roses.
Okay, I can see that, yeah.
Because, you know this, I was very frustrated with the whole book, the fantasy, the romance, everything that happened. I was just very over it from probably from the first page. I was over it.
Yeah, I do remember that.
So there you go.
The book that kept you up past your bedtime. The book that kept you up past your bedtime is Tristan Strong Punches a Hole in the Sky because it was too spooky and you got scared, so you couldn't go to sleep. And then you were just sitting there being like, ooh, it's spooky out here. And I'm like, just go to bed. And you're like, I can't, it's spooky. And then you punched me. And I'm like, hey, what was that for? And you're like, I'm scared. It's an instinct. My martial arts training takes over. And then I go to bed. And then I don't know what you do. I'm asleep at that point.
I want to yes and you so bad.
You don't have to.
No, you're wrong. I put The Poppy War.
Oh, that's
because
valid.
it is actually one of the books that I enjoyed the most.
Absolutely.
And so it kept me up because I kept wanting to read it. We're not going to talk about the ones that I finished the night before we recorded. Those don't count. That's different. I wasn't up because I was excited. I was up because I was panicking.
That's valid. We had been there.
Yes. Coincidentally, I picked The Poppy War for you too, as the book that kept you up past your bedtime.
Yes, absolutely. It is, love that book. It is so good.
Because I would be trying to sleep and then I'd look over and you're sitting up in bed with your little book light.
It was on the red light. You're fine.
Oh, I know, but I could still, and you were just excited.
Yes, it's a great book.
Because Poppy War.
Fantastic.
All right. Here we go. The most problematic relationship. There's a lot of them.
Yes, we had a lot of problematic relationships this year.
Mm-hmm. We really should have just ranked them, but...
The tier list of problematic relationships.
Yeah. Honestly, what we should have looked for is there a healthy relationship anywhere? Like, is there
one? Just one, please.
As I'm reviewing, I want to say not really. Maybe.
Nope.
So I picked for you Tamlin and what's-her-name in A Court of Thorn and Roses.
That is funny that you said Tamlin and what's-his-name, because for you, I put Feyre and the Fairy Boy, because I couldn't remember his name. That is not my answer, but...
Wait, what did you say?
Feyre and what's-his-face.
For me?
Yes.
Okay. And I said Tamlin and what's-her-face for you.
But no, that is not my answer.
What is your answer?
My answer is Offred and the Captain in The Handmaid's Tale.
You know, that's mine.
Great.
We agree.
It's a problem. That is arguably the most problematic.
Hang on, I just rewound. I forgot that we were supposed to track points, and I realized that I got one right.
You did?
I got two right.
You got Nosferatu and for the biggest...
The Poppy War.
Oh, yeah.
So I have 2 points. But yeah, the
Do
most...
I have any?
No.
Oh. Can I have one of yours?
No.
Oh.
The most problematic... Yes, it is Offred and the guy.
Don't remember Captain Fred, I think. What world do you most want to explore for a day? For you, I put cinnamon and gunpowder, because who doesn't want to be a pirate?
Ooh, and for you, I put altered carbon, because robot arms.
Yeah. Am
I right?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. I want to live in a cyberpunk world.
That
so
is
badly.
so awesome.
What do you put?
Once again,
yeah.
the pirate world is a great guess.
Uh-huh.
But I actually put altered carbon too.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
I am dumb.
No, what? No.
I think the more I think about it, as a woman, I don't think I would enjoy.
Yeah, probably not.
Being in altered carbon.
No, I don't think
But
so.
I also don't know if I would enjoy being in a pirate world either.
Yeah, but you have a better shot in a pirate world.
It's true. There's very few of these worlds that I actually would want to go explore.
Yeah.
I think I just said altered carbon because...
Nimona would be cool.
Nimona would be cool. All right, I'm going to retcon my answer.
Wait, hold on. No.
And then you're still wrong.
What's
right.
your favorite book? I put The Poppy War for you.
That was my question to read. Thank
I'm
you.
sorry.
But yes, the final question is, what's your favorite book out of everything we read this year? You put what for me?
Poppy War.
I feel so bad. No.
What is it?
I put The Handmaid's Tale.
Really?
Not favorite as in like, ooh, this was so fun, obviously, but...
Not favorite in that I liked it. Not favorite in that it was my favorite book. Not favorite in that I was answering the question that's put before me.
It is my favorite book, though. I think it is really well written. I enjoyed reading it. I think it's very thought-provoking.
I think you've cheated.
How have I cheated?
You've changed your answers, as I was saying.
I did not. It's written down.
No.
And for you, I said that your favorite book is The Poppy War.
Yes, it is, obviously. I'm a fantasy nerd. I'm a weeb. But yeah, Poppy War, definitely. But it's super refreshing to get a new fantasy in an interesting world with an interesting magic system out there. I did really love The Handmaid's Tale, too, for all the reasons that you said. It is well written, has a lot of very thoughtful things to be saying. So...
Oh, the final tally, just for anybody listening, is that I have 4 points and he has none.
Okay. He has none.
I'm sorry, I had to rub it in.
Anyways, next year...
Wait, are we going to recommend anything?
Oh, yeah.
So... in line to cycle back to small things like these, if the setting is interesting to you, let me suggest a completely different historical setting.
Nice.
Basically, if you like historical fiction, I have another recommendation, which is The Lies They Told by Ellen Marie Wiseman. It is set shortly after World War I, and it tells the story of a German family immigrating to America and coming face to face with the eugenics movement that was in full swing in the United States at that time.
Oof.
So they don't have fun.
Yeah, no, I assume. We don't read happy books.
No, but I had heard really great things about this book and figured I would give it a shot because I do like historical fiction, and it shone a light on a period in American history that I knew absolutely nothing about, and kind of has sparked some historical digging that I am going to do in 2026 on my own to learn more about some of the lesser known parts of American history. That being one of them, the eugenics movement.
Sure, absolutely.
That inspired Hitler, believe it or not.
I didn't know Hitler was a fan of eugenics.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What would you have to recommend to people?
This month I am bringing The Dispossessed by Ursula K. Le Guin. Started reading it. It is the first Ursula K. Le Guin I'm reading. I know she's a big name in sci-fi, also kind of a big name among anarchist philosophy. One of the things that what The Dispossessed is about is a utopian anarchist world. Basically sends out an ambassador into the rest of the corporate capitalist space, and it is those two cultures kind of how they are interacting with each other. It is super heavy from page 1.
Oh.
It is not, I shouldn't say super heavy, but you have to think about it. It's definitely a thinking book. If you've read any Isaac Asimov or that kind of speculative sci-fi, it's very heavy philosophy in there as well. But yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Cool. It's on my list, which brings us to
next year.
Woo! Please join us in January.
Please join us in January. Please. Please. Where we are reading The Devil in the White City by Erik Larson. It is a nonfiction book which recounts the events of the 1893 Chicago's World Fair. I believe it follows Daniel Berman, who started the World's Fair, and H.H. Holmes, who was a serial killer at the 1893 World's Fair, who owned a hotel and would lure people back in and do the stabby, shooty.
We'll find out.
Chokey.
We will find out.
We will find out.
He was America's first serial killer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And if you want to hear how the America's first serial killer did his thing, join us next month.
January 2026.
Bye!
Farewell! Happy holidays!
Unhappy holidays. Bah humbug.